Men Liberation presents 5 things women say when they are developing feelings for you. Have you ever Welcome, please hit the subscribe button. Have you ever wondered if that woman in your life is starting to catch feelings for you? Today I'm going to reveal 5 specific things women say when they're developing romantic interest. And trust me, you don't want to miss the last one because it's the most telling sign of all. Here's something fascinating about human psychology that most guys completely overlook. Women rarely come right out and say they have feelings for someone. Instead, they reveal their emotions through subtle verbal cues long before they're ready to admit anything directly. Research in behavioral psychology shows that people unconsciously express emotional attachment through specific language patterns, and women are particularly skilled at this emotional communication. So if you've been wondering whether she's just being friendly or if something deeper is brewing, pay close attention to these 5 phrases. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to listen for and how to respond in ways that actually strengthen her growing attraction. The first thing women say when developing feelings is, "It feels like I've known you forever." Now this might sound like just a casual compliment, but it's actually much more significant. When a woman says this, she's expressing that you make her feel emotionally safe and comfortable in a way that transcends the actual time you've spent together. This phrase reveals that she's experiencing what psychologists call accelerated bonding. She feels an unexplainable connection with you that defies logic. Maybe you've only been talking for a few weeks, but something about your interactions feels natural and effortless to her. This isn't coincidence, it's her subconscious recognizing that you've created emotional security, which is a crucial foundation for romantic attraction. When she says this, don't just brush it off. Acknowledge the connection while keeping things playful. You might say something like, "That's interesting, maybe we knew each other in a past life," or simply, "I feel the same way about you." This validates her feelings while maintaining an intriguing dynamic. The second phrase to watch for is, "You're one of my closest friends." I know what you're thinking, that sounds like the friend zone, right? Actually, it's often the opposite. When a woman calls you one of her closest friends, especially early in your relationship, she's testing emotional intimacy levels. Women prioritize emotional connection before physical attraction develops. If she's sharing personal stories, opening up about insecurities, or discussing things she wouldn't tell most people, she's emotionally investing in you. This trust is actually a prerequisite for romantic feelings, not a barrier to them. The key here is not to panic about friendship territory. Instead, acknowledge her trust while subtly introducing romantic potential. Try saying something like, "I appreciate that, and I think the strongest relationships start with genuine friendship." This plants the seed that emotional bonds can evolve into something more meaningful. Number 3 is, "You're so different from other guys I've met." This is huge because it means you stand out from her usual experiences with men. Women are constantly, often subconsciously, evaluating potential partners. When she compares you favorably to others, you've triggered what psychologists call selective perception. Once someone develops emotional interest, they start viewing that person through a positive filter. Everything you do gets interpreted in the best possible light. She's essentially telling you that you've risen above the average in her mind, which is exactly where you want to be for romantic potential to grow. When she says this, resist the urge to just say thanks and move on. Instead, playfully engage with it. Ask her, "What exactly makes me so different?" This does something powerful. It makes her verbalize the reason she's drawn to you, which actually reinforces her own attraction whether she realizes it or not. The fourth phrase is incredibly revealing. "I feel like I can be myself around you." This might seem simple, but it represents something most men never achieve with women. She's telling you that she trusts you with her authentic self, quirks and all. Think about this carefully. Most people present filtered versions of themselves, especially in new relationships. When a woman drops her guard and shows you her unfiltered personality, whether that's being silly, vulnerable, or completely honest, she's demonstrating profound emotional safety. This authenticity bonding is actually the foundation of lasting attraction. Your response here is crucial. Embrace and celebrate her realness. If she's being goofy, match her energy. If she's being vulnerable, show appreciation for her trust. You might say, "That's the best compliment you could give me," or "I love seeing the real you." This makes her feel valued for who she truly is, which creates an incredibly strong emotional bond. Now here's the 5th and most powerful phrase, the one I promised would be the most revealing. When a woman says, "You make me feel seen and heard," you've hit the jackpot of emotional connection. This goes beyond casual interest or surface-level attraction. She's telling you that you understand her in a way most people don't. Women are emotional communicators who crave validation and understanding. When you make her feel truly heard, you're providing something rare and valuable. Studies show that emotional validation is one of the strongest predictors of long-term romantic attraction. She's not just talking about you listening to her words, she's talking about you understanding her thoughts, feelings, and experiences on a deeper level. Maybe you remember details she mentioned in passing, or you ask thoughtful follow-up questions about things that matter to her. When you demonstrate this level of attention and care, you create emotional security that she won't easily forget or find elsewhere. The best response here is to reinforce that you value her perspective. Say something like, "I think the best connections are built on really understanding each other," or "I love hearing how you see things." This tells her that her thoughts and emotions matter to you, which only deepens her growing feelings. Here's what makes these phrases so powerful. They're not conscious declarations of interest. Instead, they're unconscious reveals of emotional investment. Women often feel these connections before they logically understand what's happening, and their words reflect these developing feelings. Understanding these verbal cues gives you a huge advantage. You can recognize when attraction is building and respond in ways that nurture those feelings rather than accidentally discouraging them. The key is always to acknowledge the emotional content while maintaining your own confidence and authenticity. Remember, attraction isn't just about physical chemistry or shared interests. It's fundamentally about emotional connection, trust, and understanding. When a woman uses these phrases, she's revealing that you've created something special, something that has the potential to grow into genuine romantic feelings. So start paying attention to how she talks to you. Listen for these subtle but powerful indicators that her feelings are developing. And when you hear them, respond with appreciation, confidence, and genuine interest in deepening the connection even further.